ReQuiz review, solving square root equations, problems 9 and 10. For 9 and 10 it says find the inverse of each function. Question number 9, I've changed it from the original review. I want us to look at y equals x plus 2 squared minus 3. To find an inverse equation, you have two steps. First step is you're going to switch the x and y. So I'm going to take the y and the x and I'm going to just switch their location in the equation. So it'll be x equals, parentheses, y plus 2 squared minus 3. So we just switched the position. And then number 2, we're going to solve this equation for y. That means we want to rewrite it so it's y equals. I'm going to start with this plus 3 and I'm going to add it to each side. So that gives me x plus 3 equals y plus 2 parentheses squared. Now the y is trapped inside the parentheses and that's being squared. So we need to get rid of the square. The opposite of squaring is square rooting. So we're going to square root each side. So that gives us the square root of x plus 3 equals, and then when you square root a square they cancel and that gives us y plus 2. Then we're going to subtract 2 from each side, and so you'll have the square root of x plus 3. Then we're going to subtract 2 from that will equal y. So you just need to remember that the inverse of a quadratic of something squared is a square root function. And when you're moving that minus 2 over, don't put it underneath the radical. Something that's outside of a radical cannot go inside a radical, so you need to make sure you can tell that it is out here on the end. Question number 10, this is a linear equation. We want to find the inverse. We need to switch x and y. Now this h of x is your functional notation. It really just means y equals. So what we'll do is we'll take the y and the x and we'll switch their position. So we'll write as x is equal to 3/5 y plus 3. And then we're going to solve the equation for y. I'm going to subtract 3 from each side. Gives me x minus 3 equals 3/5 y. And then to get rid of this fraction, we always multiply by the reciprocal, which would be 5/3. And we have to do that to each side. So 5/3 times 3/5 gives me 1. So 1y equals, I'm going to take the 5/3 and distribute it. 5/3 times x is 5/3 x. 5/3 times negative 3 will give you a negative 5. And that would be your inverse function.